Well, here's a notice I saw today, just in the county I lived in. They got so much money they can't give it all away, and they only have like till January 13th to give it all away, and they got $17 million left. Now they got 4 groups of money to do this. So all last year and the year before, so they're still getting. So this is the last group probably. So this group of money probably will be gone by the 13th. But there's other places to look too. So you can't just rely on one thing, and if they don't have money, say, oh, it's not that, and the government's screwing me over or whatever. No, it's not like that at all. Man, there's so much stuff out there, but you have to dig. You dig it, you gotta dig. Well, this is Montgomery County, and they have $40 million left to spend in the last group of grants they got to give away for grants of either $12,000 for a rent grant and $2,000 to pay your utility bills, okay? And you just have to be, in need, and you got hurt and whatever. And the applications are different everywhere. So even when you go to one place and they say, oh, you have to be making, under $60,000. You go across the street and that one have to make under $100,000. So you can't say that every grant has the same requirements. No, every grant has a different requirements. So that's why don't get tied up in, oh, these grants are all grants for rent or this, all grants for utilities. Now that's nonsense because there's too many grants. Now, besides the grant, that's giving out they have $17 million they have to give out by the 13th of January. What you do is go to if that doesn't work for you, then you go to this website. I told you about this a lot of times, findhelp.org, okay, and you put in grants for where you live. Now, these are all the nonprofits and government offices. All they do is help people with rent problems, okay? And here, they have 81 organizations in this county that help you with rent. 81! So what do you do with 81? Well, you may not have time to call them all, but you should if you're not getting the money. Because you go down the list, man, you call every one of them. Hey, I need help. Hey, I need help. And if they say, no, we don't have any help for you today, young lady, or young man, or old fart, whatever you are. What you do is, ask them, do they have any suggestions? That's the key word you want to know. Before you hang up that phone, it's like the old Columbo series. He'd be walking out of the door. Oh, one more thing. And he'd catch the guy in a lie. So that's right. Oh, one more thing. Do you know of anybody around that may be able to help me? That's the key you want to know. Okay. And that's just for rent. Okay. You go to Find Help again and you put in for utilities. Okay. How many do they have? There, 115 programs. Somebody's going to know about something that you could get, and you may have to make a couple dozen calls. So what? If you get $12,000, you can make a couple thousand, right? That's what life is about. How much are you willing to put into it? To try to find it. And maybe you don't feel you have those skills. Doesn't matter. Just be human. You don't have to have skills. You just have to be human. Call up people and act as a human and say, hey, I need help. These people all are in the business of helping people. That's what their job is. It may be cranky some days and they won't help you. I understand that. You should too. But just try. You have to. That's the only way you're going to get it, okay? So it's going to take a bunch of phone calls. And see, that's what we train on letsgohelp.com. We have like 4 training sessions every week live that train you on all these kinds of techniques in case you're not used to doing that kind of stuff. And then you can ask us 100 questions a day. Plus, we have our own $60,000 grant that we give out every month. And the next deadline is February 4th. We'll give out another $60,000 to members only. So remember that. You got to be a member. Remember? And you're eligible for that. We also give out free computers. If you don't have a laptop, we want to make sure more people have laptops, so we do that. We have awards for doing good research and finding these programs. It's learning a skill. You learn to write. You learn to use the computer. You learn to drive the car. Now you have to learn how to get free money, because 1/3 of everything in our economy is people giving out free money. And all you know about are the people who take your money and make you buy stuff. No, this is like 35% of everything in America are people giving you money. You got to find them. Let me help you.